Hey, it's Richard, and today we're talking about compliance in the world of AI. I know I talk about compliance a little bit in each of our videos, but today we're going to do a deep dive really quick for just a few minutes into this world of compliance with these AI tools. And to be quite honest with you, this is a chapter that's not fully been written as of yet. And the issue is, there is a little bit of a collision of multiple different forces that are taking place between the use of AI and the protection of the data that might be in that usage. So we're going to look at the screen here real quick. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. The first one is, as you know, I am a big fan of Microsoft Copilot 365. That's essentially because it's built on top of the security of Microsoft 365, which has to meet such high bar already. So this is kind of my default go-to whenever compliance is an issue. And it is single sign-on. This is our single sign-on provider here, Okta. It is SOC 2. It's got ISO, different certifications. It has HIPAA if you flip on certain buttons in the Office 365 tenant. And you also need to kind of start to look at enabling Microsoft Purview and utilizing licensing that's kind of in that E3 to E5 area. So there's a bit of asterisks and caveats there. But if you kind of do those things, this kind of is my default go-to. Now, you may be in a situation where this is what you've wanted to do, but the end user base is anti-Copilot and very pro ChatGPT because that's what they know. You've blocked it on the firewall, you've blocked it in other ways, and there's shadow IT, right? They're taking pictures with their phone, they're OCRing the text, it's helping them write something in their personal ChatGPT, and then they email it into themselves. So that's a thing that's happening right now. And the issue is that shadow IT is a very difficult force to fight. So you want to try to give people access to something. And if they're very resistant to Copilot, I got you. So one of the things that you can take a look at in ChatGPT, and again, this is the homepage everyone's used to going to, is a Teams or business plan. In the business plan, you do get a little, it's not trained in the model. You get to control the licensing as to who gets what. You get SOC 2 and a number of the ISOs, right? You also get to control the connectors that people use. This is a thing right now because we're seeing rogue emails that look cool, but when that email lands and it gets scanned by an AI tool, that AI tool is susceptible to code in that email and then starts taking action like sending passwords or data out to somebody because of things that are hidden inside this email. So the controlling of connectors and what AI tools are kind of put together is a thing, as the kids say. We utilize Claude Teams. We're doing a lot of Claude at the moment because we're doing a lot of AI with NetSuite, and Claude is the best at that at the moment. And what's nice about the Teams plan is that you do get, it's not that much more. You do get some extra compliancy. My favorite thing about the Teams plan, and I'll just see if I can show you here, is that I'm able to have a couple of regular subscriptions and then a grande subscription here that has greater tokens, let's say. And if that person goes on vacation, I can go in here and I can flip and give that to somebody else. So this management of the team and also offboarding people when they leave, super important. That's kind of what we have in Abacus. We have team membership here. I can do groups. I can control connectors. I can offboard people. So Abacus is that tool we love that has access to all the models. It also, out of the box, has SOC 2 compliance. Good to go. So one of the other ones that you know I like is Perplexity. Huge fan. I'm using Perplexity Comet here. They have a Enterprise Pro plan, which is actually very surprising. It has SOC 2 compliance. It has GDPR for Europe. It's also PCI compliant and HIPAA. Now, again, some of these other ones are not HIPAA, and Copilot is HIPAA if you flip some buttons in the setup of the email tenant. So this is really a pretty good one. Now, not all compliancy is the same, and a lot of this will take care of you if you're on that super low end, where you're just a basic business. NIST small business is what you're fitting into, so it's for your insurance policy. But let's say you're on the super high end, like a DoD NIST 800. None of this works. None of this here on the screen you could use. You're probably going to be using a specialty model from Palantir or some kind of thing like that. So on the very low end, these business and teams plans work. On the high end, you're going to be accessing products I've never seen. In the middle is where things get super gray. And I'm going to lay out one of them, which is SEC compliance, where an employee who gives out financial advice, everything they talk about in texting and emailing and chatting has to be journaled and recorded by a third party for audit at a later date. So that means anything that they're chatting with here needs to have some type of logging, and Perplexity has that logging to where it's capturing basic events that are taking place. Abacus does not have that logging. Claude has it. So Claude has the audit logs. It also has, when you go to the enterprise plan, and again, this is one up, has a single sign-on capability. In the OpenAI chat model, I was not really able to see much about the logging. So with SEC, and some of these ones that are in kind of the middle ground, I think we're going to be looking at the advent of some specialty products that would journal everything that someone's putting in the model and whatever the model is spitting out, and that's going to be going to a third party. So I'm looking at something, if I can get a demo of it, I'll let you know. This is Expedient. This is their AI tool that's very similar to Abacus, except for the fact that it has that journaling. So it has access to different models, but everything is recorded and journaled. And so if you want something that has access to ChatGPT or Anthropic and some of these other models, and you're in this middle area of SEC, that is a particular option for you. But again, my go-to is still here with Copilot 365. I think you're going to see a lot more advent in security in this area as well. So that's a brief look at compliance in the age of AI. Of course, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us at Millennium, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.